The 8:55 a.m. weather radar shows that the storm moved to the east-southeast of me, and maybe south too. It's all away from me now. Okay, let's see what I'm doing today. Temperature stayed the same all night, and now it's the same this morning. Always stayed around 40 degrees since yesterday. It's not too bad today. Overcast, of course. Rain last night. Stayed up way too late watching it on the radar, checking the rain gauge. But anyway, it's overcast, but looks like the system moved off to the east-southeast. And snow melted. I knew it. Yeah, there's no snow left up there. I knew the rain would do that. The 4-degree temperatures help too. Okay, let's check the rain gauge. Neighbors, I can hear the neighbors' cattle moving. Looks like just over an inch. Inch and a 16th, looks like. Yeah. That's better than nothing. I'm gonna leave it up. I don't think it's gonna rain anymore today, although it feels like it. It's a lot of dampness in the air and overcast. So, but I'm gonna go to LOWES again today. Pick up that board that I need for the mailbox, because I want to get that job done. Yeah, that helped. Toilet time again, huh? I ain't gonna watch that. Well, guess I could pull that mattress out, but the ground's a little bit too wet right now. I'll wait a few days, or at least a day. I could probably get down there, but after an inch of rain, it's probably pretty wet. Yeah, all that snow melted. That was over there. Okay. Three of them are down there. And oh, look, they rolled the bell a little bit. But it won't hurt nothing. Yeah, I'll give it a few days. Let this ground dry out a little bit before I drive the tractor down there to pull that out. Yeah, she's getting something to eat now. That's good. Good to see. Well, sometime today, hopefully the sun comes out. And winds from the north though. So it's a little chilly, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit today. Anyway, sometime today I gotta drive back to LOWES with the truck and buy a 2x10 or it'd have to be a 2x10. Yeah. for the finished mailbox repair. Or should I say that new, not repair, but new mailbox. I bought a new mailbox. I need a piece of wood for it, for the base. What are you doing there, cat? Yeah, a lot of clouds today, but it's supposed to be a little warmer today. Hey, cat. Yeah, there's still a little bit of ice left on that top of that tub, floating in the tub. Yeah, at least there's no snow. Inch of rain is okay. I can't imagine what that would have been. Inch of rain would have been like a foot of snow. Woohoo! Got lucky on that one. Yeah, this time of year when after the snow's gone and once the ground dries out a little bit, so I can get my truck around, I need to start thinking about trimming off these trees. This tree here, an apple tree, 2 pear trees in the front yard, and the pear trees at the farm. I've got to trim them off like I did those last year. Those 2, this one and the one on the hill behind that tree. And so I'm trimming trees. I got 2 pear trees in the big pasture I need to trim too. Yeah. We'll see. I'll get to that sooner or later. Yeah. A little chilly out here today, so yeah. But it's okay as long as there's no snow. I can see my cattle way out there by the creek in the big pasture. And trim the tops off of those 2 pear trees that I bought from Gurney's too. Got a lot of trimming to do before spring hits. It's 11:30 a.m. and it's about 43 or 44 degrees. So I'm gonna head to Lowe's and get that lumber I need for the new mailbox. Well, I'm ready to leave for Lowe's. That's a 20-mile trip, 40 round trip. Okay, let's get going. Just for a 2 by 10 by 8, I think. Well, I'm going to town. I'm gonna try this how do they call it, time lapse going to Lowe's and see how that works. Well, I made it to Lowe's. Still a big pile of snow here. The other one over there. I'm going in here where the lumber is. Well, I'm in Lowe's and got the lumber I need. This is a 2 by 10 and it's 9 inches wide, so I need 8 inches for the mailbox, so I can trim off Looking pretty good. I got the one with the least knots. Looks good to me. Treated. You gotta have treated. Hard to hold camera. Oh, anyway, that's 2x8, or 2x10x8, and it costs $13.58. And I only need about 2 foot, but I can use the other part somewhere else. Well, I got what I need. I got the other stuff at home that I need. A few knots on this end, but I'm going to use the other end. Hard to focus. The whole thing very busy today. There's hardly anybody here. At least on the lumber aisle, lumber section. Let's go ahead and check out that. Okay, ready to go home. That's the best board I could find. The rest of them had plenty of knots. I'm ready to leave. Took a while to hook my camera back up. Am I behind me? Okay, let's start the time lapse. I'm home. Sun's coming out now and then. There's a patch of sunlight out there. And the sun's up in there somewhere. I think there. I'm leaving my truck parked here. I gotta gather some tools up and then I'm going to load the truck up and I'm gonna back down there so I can work on that mailbox. Oh, that feels good. Sun's warm. The wind's kind of chilly out of the north, but it feels good. I got the board I need. I kind of cut a piece off and then maybe trim it down to make it fit. I need to use it for the base to screw the mailbox to, but before I can do that, I got to take the board that I'm going to cut off and get the right size, and then fit it onto that old what that's called, Osage orange hedge post. Yeah, it's rot resistant, bug resistant, and it was nice. Had a nice curve. That's why I used it for a mailbox. But I think I'm going to level it out. I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to dig out some on this end, on top, and then raise it up, and then put rock underneath it. Yeah, to help it raise it up a little bit. The mailbox is a little slanted. I don't know if it's better or slanted like that, but I'd rather have it somewhat level. So I'll work on that today, since it's Sunday. No mail. I don't know what those buzzards are here for. I guess they're going to eat on that black bull. They're hovering around. It's one of them trees back there. Probably the one lower down. Yeah, I'm sure there's still some left of that bull. That's just about everything I need up. I need some other screws maybe. Got most of my stuff I got in there. I need a screwdriver, different types maybe, and gotta go in the house, change clothes first though. Then I'll get started. At least I got a little sunshine today. There's that buzzards are flying around still. There's the sun. There's a nice fluffy cloud there. Look at that. I don't know what they're called, but it's fluffy. Oh, that's what I call it. Sunshine. Okay, let's go change clothes and come back. It's about 2:40 p.m. and it warmed up to 50. I haven't worked on the mailbox yet. I'm running out of daylight too. Not sure who's making all that noise, but I think it's a hawk. There's a bunch of buzzards around. Probably because they're probably eating on that dead black ball. And he's on the other side of that hill, down at the bottom of that hill. Right at the base of that big tree there. But the vultures are here. They probably had their fill. Now they're just resting. Let's see where he's going. Just flying around. Okay, well, I got some work to do in the mailbox. I got to get some more tools before I can start. First thing I do is got to take off all the mailbox and see what I need to do. At least I can see my shadow now. I don't seem to have much energy today. Maybe once I get working, I'll feel better. Well, the first thing to do is take out the screws that are left on this side and the other side on the bottom. There's only 2 screws over here and 1 screw on the other side and none back here. All the rest popped out. Oh no, there's another one there, so there'll be 3 on this side that were holding it, and 1 on the other side. That's the 3 screws that were holding it up, holding it on, I think. Let me take it off. Let's see if I can pull that off of there now. Looked like there was anything holding it on inside. And off we go. Well, that was a hardwood, piece of hardwood. Probably from where I had plenty of hardwood when I was working at the lumber place, and I didn't, especially in '83 when I built my house, and I used this slabs of hardwood, small things for using my wood stove for years, and but now I'm going to use treated pine. Let's see if I can take them off. I got to measure something first though. Yeah, the wood's kind of rotten. You can see the size difference. The new one's a little bit bigger. A little bit wider too. So I'm going to take the bolts out. Before I do that, I got to measure something on the new mailbox. First thing I got to do, or not first thing, but I got to dig out some dirt there and then push this thing up to make this area somewhat level. Let's see if I can push it up. I got it pushed up. It looks better, but I wonder if it's too high for the mail carrier. Well, if it is, I can always push it back down. Let's just do it like this for now. Let me get some rock. I'm gonna throw it in the bottom of that hole because it's gonna come down a little bit. Here's some loose rock that got thrown in a ditch. I can rake some of that back, but there's a lot of smaller rocks over here. I can use that. Bucket's heavy. That stuff is wet. It almost feels like mud with some small rocks mixed in. I dug around the post some more, mostly at the bottom, because that's where I'll put the rock. This bucket's heavy. I dumped some at the bottom, but then the bucket's too heavy, and the post was in the way, so I just dumped it near the top. Now I can use the shovel to bring it down and pack it. Okay, I should hold it. Let's get them bolts out of there. Oh, first I gotta do something else. The board's pretty clean for knots, except the very end. And originally I was going to cut out a good piece, but why make a good piece when it's just going to get covered up? I can work with those knots up there. Let me turn that back around and cut that end off. Yeah, the only knots on this board is on this end. They're bigger on the other side. I'm going to use this end for under the mailbox. I measured 20 3/4 across and use a square to square it off, because that's what I need inside the bottom. Once I cut it, I'm committed. I also have to measure it this way to get around 8 inches so I can squeeze it in there. I'm still not sure how I'm going to put those 8 screws inside, if I even need to, but I should. I'll think of something. I'm getting electric from my power pole. I have an outlet there. Okay, I'm ready to saw a piece off. I'm almost through. Okay, it's cut. Now I gotta see if it'll fit in there. I gotta cut something off the edge, because I know it's the way it's over 9 inches and I only need 8. It looks like the length is gonna fit. I gotta measure the inside, or the width. Length, width. Probably have to cut about 1.5 inches off, I think. Or something like that. 1.25 inches anyway. It wobbles a little bit in here. But once I put the screws in, it'll be tight. Like I said, I still haven't figured out how I'm going to get the screws from inside down. One step at a time. A little over 1.5 inches I'm going to cut off. Fits pretty good, except for one problem. Right here. I gotta cut this corner off. Because it hits there. I cut it on an angle. That's the best I could do with what I got. That angle side goes on that end. I should be able to flip it in, and hopefully that bottom of that door won't hit it. I hope. You want to jump up? No? Now for the test, see if it works. Oh, you made it, huh? Are you going to help me or what? Or are you just going to get in the way like you usually do? Okay, let's open this door, see what happens. You could go a little farther. I don't know how I do that. I got an idea. You want to help, huh? Oh no, that's not going to be your house. No. I got to cut some more off right here, but that's as much of an angle I can make. I could get something else. Oh, I got a chisel. I'll chisel it off. Let's see if that door will clear that. If I need to, I'll cut some more off. I think it clears. It's clear here, pretty good here. It's down here a little bit, maybe on but it's already down all the way, so it needs some kind of a stopper. Yeah, I think that'll work. Once I put it up though, I can't shave no more off, so I'm going to take some off up in here and right there below that knot, or yeah, below that knot. And I just have to take off the part I marked here and here, and that should do it. Okay. Looks pretty good from here. Yeah. Mailbox is open enough for it to get the mail in, but it has a stop to. Yeah, I think that should be good. Yeah. Let's work on the base now. Well, I can't screw that in on yet because I got to poke some holes in there first. Holes have to match those bolts, but first I got to take them bolts out. Hey, I got an idea. Huh, look at you. You're having a good day? I'm getting there. I'm gonna put a black mark. I got some black marker. I'm gonna put a black mark on each of those bolts, or oil or something, or even dirt, and then I'll put the board on top to see if I can make a mark. So that way I know where to go. These are carriage bolts. I didn't buy a carriage bolts. Huh. Uh-huh. We'll see. I gotta get them out first anyway. What you doing, cat? Trying to get it in the car, in the truck? Now you're on this side. You're gonna get in, aren't you? I got the window part right down. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Watch her. She's gonna get it. She's gonna figure out a way to get in. If she goes down by the mirror, she could probably do it. If she goes down by the mirror, see, she knows what she's doing. Good for you, girl. There's nothing in there for you. That's what it's supposed to look like. Well, it worked. I put the marker on the top of the bolts and I rocked it back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? And I got the outline where it's going to go, so I can use that to drill the holes out. I might use them same bolts again. I'll see how they work compared to the ones I bought, the new ones I bought. Bolts are too long. I was just going to cut them off with bolt cutters, and I use my new ones. I'm running out of daylight. Put some WD-40 on there. I gotta drill the holes in the board first. Bolts I cut off with the bolt cutter. Comfortable in here? Huh? I had to come in and get something. She's out there now. Where you going? Huh? Sun's getting low and I'm not done yet. It's already 10 after 5. I still got work to do on that mailbox. Going down? No, not yet. There she is. She's going down. If I don't finish it today, Mail don't come until the afternoon, so I'll have tomorrow morning to finish it. But I'm going to do what I can today. Right now I had to go find a drill that matched those holes in there. And I got to drill them in there. I hope I get it lined up right. Let's see. Back. Let's see where that car is going, truck's going. It's going toward the farm. Okay, let's get back to work. The new mailbox. That's the 4 holes I got to drill. And the bolts that were in there are a little bit longer. These are 6 inches. That must be a 7-inch. Anyway, they're carriage bolts too. So they're going to be tricky to tighten down. Yeah. Well, I'll get to it. First I got to make sure they fit in the holes. They look like it's the same size. Sun's going down already. Okay, these holes are the right size. And this one here matches. This one matches the closest. I'll go ahead and drill them out. I'm going to use that one's a little bit too big. This drill bit looks just a little bit about the same size. So I'm going to drill these out with this bit and plus the because they're a little tight. I'm going to drill these 4 out. If I can get that much done tonight, I'll be glad. Well, it's 5:25, so that's probably all. Look at the jets. I see 4of them. One over there by the tree, one over here, one over there going that way, or no, this way, I don't know which way. And there's one over there, higher up, going toward the right. That's all I see. 4. Okay. Did I say it was 5:25? Okay. I'm going to continue my workout here while I still got light. And then I'll finish it tomorrow. Because I don't think I'll get done, but I could get close. I'm losing my daylight. But I got the drill bit that I need to drill them out. The holes that are already there, I'll drill them out, clean them up. And it's the same size as the one I'm going to drill those 4 holes in there. And then I should be able to have enough light just to attach that if the holes in the board match the holes in the post. Okay, let's see if I can do that. There won't be no more sun though, but that's okay. It'll be 5:30 right about now. I wouldn't have taken that long break after I came back from Lowe's. I could have been done already. Oh well, that's just me being lazy. Okay, let's get back to work. Drill some holes now. Let's see what I can do with one hand. That was at an angle. That was pretty straight. That's on a slight angle. That was pretty straight. 2 on a little angle. The one on here on the left, and the one forward toward me right there in the middle. Okay, let's see what I can do on the board. I put some WD on them, on the flat part and the holes, and I put some oil on them too. Let's drill these 4 holes out. Oh, can't reach that high. Oh, there's some geese up there going somewhere. Small bunch. I got 1 hole done. 2 holes done. I'm going to do the 2 middle ones. 3rd hole cut. 4th hole cut. This is the side that's going to be facing down. This will be the side that's facing up underneath there. First I got to get the bolts through the board and that post, and then tighten them down. Here comes a couple geese all by themselves. Guess they're pairing up already. There you go. Yeah. There's some geese would make a hatch of chicks on my ponds. Okay, let's go back to work. Well, I got them all in, or I got them started. That's the one that hard. I'm gonna have to hammer that one in, and that one too. Yeah. But I think it's working. There's some geese coming over there. Where'd they go? There they are. There's some geese going south, east. Those are going southeast also. There's another group. And there's another group. They're all going somewhere. And there's something else up here. That looks like a big jet. It's got a big cotton trail. I think we call them condensation trail, yeah. Ready to hammer them down. If I remember right, the old board, I didn't put washers under the head. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah. Because it's going to rest, it's going to be able to hit on top of the, up underneath the mailbox. So I'm going to take the washers out. Hope I can get the bolts out. Okay. Let's put the nuts and bolts on. Not nuts and bolts. The bolts are already on. Without the washers. So I can smash them in. Hopefully they'll smash down into the wood more. Yeah. Thought about cutting them bolts off, but I guess I'll leave them. Leave for now. Let's just get them on. That's the main thing. Yeah, I got the board on right. Okay. And got the nuts and washer on the bottom. And I just gotta tighten up the nuts. I got the bolts tight. And it's getting dark. Too dark, almost too dark to record. Yeah, it's getting dark. Still a nice afterglow though. Sun went down around 5:30 and it's 6 p.m. now, so still pretty bright out here. Well, I wouldn't say bright. Enough for me to see, but not for the phone camera to catch enough light. That's all I'm going to do today. I got the board on, that's the main thing. It should be easy to screw that on, mostly. The mailbox part. And the mail carrier's not coming until the afternoon, so I got all morning. I hear geese. Well, that's all for here then. No, they're all headed. No, this big flock's headed north. Well, the other one's heading southeast, but these are headed the other way. That's a big flock too. Yeah. Yeah. I hear him before I see him. I guess they honked to get out of my way to the goose in front. They go, come on, move. I'm passing you. That's all. I can't hide shit anymore. Well, I guess that's the end of today then. I got the hard part done. I'll do the rest tomorrow. I'll put the box on tomorrow. That'll work for me. I think I'll just leave everything on the truck and park it under the carport, and that way everything I need will be here tomorrow. Okay, so that's all for today then. I think I got something done. Yeah, I may have to push it up just a little bit. I think it's okay. The only problem is if it's too high for the mail carrier's window. I'll test it with the truck. Of course, the truck is higher than their mail carrier vehicle. Oh, I'll play with it tomorrow. Yeah, it's too dark to record. Let me record this. I'll just take pictures. Cat, we're done. Okay. That's all I can do today. Well, that's what I worked on today. I raised the post up a little bit. And then I took the old mailbox off. And I put on the old board. And I put a new board on. And tomorrow all I gotta do is, before the mail comes in the afternoon, is screw the mailbox on top of there. That's all I gotta do. Okay, that'll be it tomorrow. And I think I'll go out to the big pasture tomorrow too. It's been a few days since I've been out there. At least a couple. Friday. No, when did I feed them? I fed them on Thursday. Today's Sunday, so yeah. But I don't know if I'll take the truck. I probably take the ATV because it's still pretty muddy after an inch of rain. So better to be safe than sorry. Okay, ready to park my truck next to the tractor. And another day is done. But there's always tomorrow. I left the shop light on and the door open, so I better close it. I'm gonna turn the light out and then I can close the thing, the door. And this is after I straightened it up a couple weeks ago or a month ago. It was worse than this. But I can live with this. Still got some cleanup to do and organizing, but at least I could find what I need when I need it. Okay. I heard a bug. Or no, that's a goose. That's some geese. Still about 45, 46 at 6:30 p.m. It's not going to be down to below freezing today. I didn't dump my rain gauge, but I think it's okay. I'll dump it tomorrow. Got an inch and a 1/16 yesterday and last night. Cat, stop bumping my arm. Keep rubbing her body on my elbow. Okay, that's it. I'll check the forecast for tonight, and then I'm done.